Hello everyone, welcome back to Castlevania. Last time we left off, we finished Castlevania 1, albeit some help from save states, and I think I've decided how I kind of want to do this. So, as far as these go, two, like Simon's Quest and Dracula's Curse, maybe I'll like stream those or something, but I kind of want one, like I kind of want a piece from each time period. And playing the first one for the NES was a good piece for that time period. So I think doing Super Castlevania 4 next, because this is the Super Nintendo, would be good. I think that makes sense. And then I think next I would probably do Symphony of the Night. I think it would be hilarious to do Castlevania 64. Because I've seen a little bit of that played and it looks amazing and hilarious. So I would love to play that if I could. I would have to look into how I can actually have it happen. And then I think I want to focus on like some of the more actual Metroidvania ones. But I do just want like a good time capsule of the series in general. And not to focus on any one thing. Because obviously I'm prepping for the new Castlevania game, which is a Metroidvania, so you would think I would focus on the Metroidvanias, but I do just kind of want to experience a little bit of the series across time. So, like I said, I might stream these. I almost streamed like Simon's Quest like last night, but I decided to do something else instead. But yeah, so we're gonna do Super Castlevania 4, which as far as I understand is a remake of 1. Small Country of Transylvania, Legend, Evil Manifests as Dracula. I mean, this can be said about every single one of them. There's one group that's always been around to see that Dracula's defeated. The Belmonts. For generations, the Belmonts have passed along the secrets and skills of vampire hunting. Occasional skirmishes with lesser monsters, but the Belmont clan has always emerged victorious. Now, 100 years have passed since the last battle between Dracula and the Belmonts. Transylvanians are reporting mysterious sightings of odd creatures appearing under the cover of darkness. As spring approaches, the citizens prepare for a traditional celebration. Is that it? And we do play as Simon in this one, I'm pretty sure. An evil group of people is holding a ceremony. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we play as Simon in this one. That text moves very slowly. But yeah, this is kind of like a reimagining of the first game just on the Super Nintendo. And I saw people, like, I looked up online about general opinions on Castlevania. And a lot of people were like, okay, this is like the most finalized version of at least classic Castlevania. Which I really like the idea of being able to experience. Oh, look at my little babies. Look at all the little friends. We got some spoders, we got some centipedes. Wow. Weirdly vibing main menu here. This music doesn't make me scared or think of vampires. This music makes me feel like I'm at a late night cyberpunk bar enjoying like a drink. I don't know how else to explain it. Hello? I'm guessing a hand is going to burst out of that grave. That's my assumption, at least. Hello? Oh, no, lightning strikes it. Okay, that makes sense, too. Is that how Vlad Tepes comes back to life? Look at my little baddie friend. Every 100 years, the forces of good mysteriously start to weaken. Thus, the power of Dracula starts to revive itself. His power grows, stronger and stronger, every 100 years. Yeah, that's how it goes. Dracula has revived many times. However, his sinister actions have been consistently thwarted by the Belmont family. Not the clan. We're not a clan yet, just a family. Just a family. Just a nice little nuclear family. Brady Bunch, except it's the Belmont Bunch. It's been 100 years. This is the last confrontation between Dracula and the Belmont family. I kinda need a, like, Brady Bunch opening, except it's all the Belmonts now. I need a meme edit of that. But now the serenity of Transylvania is being threatened by destructive forces. On a dark and eerie night, Dracula rose from his grave to unleash his destructive power over the countryside. Okay. Once again, Simon is called upon to destroy Dracula. With only his whip and courage, he sets out to restore peace to Transylvania. It says once again Simon is called. Does that mean Simon lives like 100 years? That doesn't seem possible. Or is this a different Simon Belmont? Is this that was Simon Belmont Sr., this is Junior? Because it says once again Simon specifically is called. Not just a Belmont, just Simon. Because before we learned about who? Chris Belmont? Nobody ever talks about Chris Belmont. Ah, yeah, here we go. Look at this. Look at, oh my god, you can diagonal with whip? You can diagonal with whip. You can swing with whip? That I'm scared of. That I'm scared of. Oh. Alright, we get to be... Z? Why is it not showing up? That was weird. Was I doing something wrong? I was pressing A. Maybe I was supposed to press B to confirm. Whoops. Alright. There's our jump. Oh, and we can change our direction mid-jump and X is attack. Alright. Alright. Oh, I can whip up. What is it? I can spin it! Oh, I can throw it around. Oh, this is just like what you could do in Mina. See, this is why I wanted to play games from every generation. This is clearly what inspired the wiggly whip in Mina. This is why I want to get a history of the series. There's so many things like this I wouldn't pick up on if I just didn't play some of these. Like, I want to know the history a little bit, you know? Okay, yeah, that diagonal shot is going to be important. Such a different vibe, my god. The music is so, like, restrained and back, which I don't associate with Castlevania at all. Super interesting. Okay, here it comes. Now, yeah, that was just the intro bit. Oh, my wiggly whip is so interesting. Hello. Oh my god, yeah, this whip seems good. Okay. Yeah, this is great. I'm glad I decided to play this one too. I still would love to play Rondo because I hear so many good things about Rondo. How do I get those ones in the back? I don't think I can. Oh, unless we can go through gate? Can I do that? Oh my god, I can. What the hell? We have background and foreground in this? Once again, this is why I wanted to play a Super Nintendo one. Look at all the changes. Oh, this is super cool. Very different. Okay. I love this. And I did see someone in my Discord kind of mention something about Simon's Quest. Simon's Quest is like, you know, at least paraphrasing them, and as far as I understand, it's kind of like a Zelda 2 situation. Where it's like they tried a bunch of new stuff and it has more like puzzles and things, which does sound cool, but it also sounds like kind of terrifying. How did I actually go through the store? I think it's up. Yeah, it's up. But yeah, they like tried some weird, interesting things, which sounds really cool. It just, like, Castlevania 1 controls, but I could also get to a room and have the game be like, oh, well, you didn't pick up the magic bottle in level 2, so you gotta come back here with the magic bottle, nerd. That would be a lot. And that's why I'm like, ooh, that may be good to do some of those on, like, stream or something. Because, then I could experience those too, but it's just like, as far as time goes, I do not have the time to play, like, every single one of them. Oh my god, dealing with, like, Medusa heads and bats and stuff, so much easier now. Oh, hey, it's the snake! It's the snake thing. I think, when, the few times that I did have to, like, look at, for Castlevania 1 for, like, a guide and stuff, it referred to those as bone dragons? Which they didn't look like dragons to me, but the fact that they shoot out, you know, things now, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, this is so cool. The upgrade from Nintendo to Super Nintendo was such a huge one for the time, which is also one of the reasons that I wanted to make sure I played this, because, like, just the sheer amount of extra depth and things you can get just by going to 16-bit is huge. You know? So, whoop. It's very, very interesting, and that's why I wanted to make sure I got to experience it. Oh my god, we're so versatile now. Simon is no longer just a warrior. Simon is basically Yoshi now. I can tongue up. I can do all the things. You know, tongue up is so important. Ooh, wait, what's down there? That clearly looks breakable. No? Nope. I do just love wiggly wooing my tentacle, or my tentacle. No, I don't have a tentacle. Simon does not have tentacles. But, wiggly wooing my, my whip around. Okay. Now what? Hello. God, it looks so funny too. Oh! Okay. Okay, wasn't ready for that, admittedly. Wasn't ready for that. It kind of controls like the grapple does in like 2D Metroid a little bit. Like you do it, and it's much friendlier though, I will say. Much friendlier. This is just so fun to get to experience though, and this is why I was like, no, if I play like Simon's Quest and like Castlevania 3 and stuff, it's like I won't have the time to experience like the, you know, across the eras of Castlevania, and that part was really important to me. I love the idea of getting to experience that. Ooh, okay, and we know what that is now because of Castlevania 1, so it lets me get more of these on screen. How do I actually throw them? Oh, RB. Not what I expected. Not what I expected at all. I might actually be able to beat a level without dying a ludicrous amount of times. Like, I imagine falls are still instant death, which those will still be easier with, this new jumping system and things. But I have so much more mobility. It feels more like, you know, just a classic-inspired Metroidvania now. Of course, it isn't a Metroidvania at all. Oh, I should have gotten that holy water. I don't know why I was stopping myself. Ah! Ceiling tentacle or blobs? Slimes? What is this? Souls? Oh, it's like a pile of snakes, so it's more like Bloodborne. Get down from there. Hey! I'll whip you. I'll swing it around. I'll throw it back. Oh god, is that just a horse head? That is just a horse head. Get out of here, horse head. God, it feels so much easier to, like, find the secrets and just generally move around. Like, I love how this feels. Like, obviously Castlevania 1 feels very dated, but it still felt important to experience that in some fashion, you know? So I could have an appreciation for the newer things, because I'm absolutely one of those people, it's like, once I play a more modern version of a franchise, it's going to be harder for me to go back to the older ones. Obviously, I'm not someone that's like, oh, I can't play old video games. I fucking love old video games. But, like, yeah, sometimes in certain games, Medusa Head, sometime in certain games, it's like, yeah, once you experience how things can be in the future, it's like, oh, it's so hard to go back. Some franchises get it a little bit harder, I think, than others. All those platforms turn. Oh my god, yeah. Being able to wiggle the whip around. Like, I don't need as much precision anymore. Obviously, there's still some that's needed, and the wiggling it clearly does less damage, but still. But yeah, I think, like, JRPGs, for example, I think they what is that? Oh, I'm running out of time! Oh my god, we have time! Of course! Of course we have time! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm sitting here taking my time and everything. No, 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 no. We gotta move. Hello. I don't think I can beat the boss in- what the hell? I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead. Yep, dead. All the way back at the start? Wait. Here? So it did give me a checkpoint. Don't quite know... Oh, wait, I know where we're at. Okay, well that's very friendly. Wow, extremely friendly. We also don't get full pot roast anymore, we just get chicken legs now? I wonder if the, stopwatch actually works on bosses now. Go away, you. But, yeah, I think JRPGs, experience that, like, oh, they're older, so you, like, can't play them anymore a little bit. Oh, that's considered a death? Because I wasn't on the stairs, yeah. Okay, well, there we go. I had another death by falling. Oh, okay, well, we had another one there. Okay, wow. I was doing so well, and now look at me. Jeez. Those Medusa heads, they can get you. I do still have to be careful. I can't completely take my try-hard gloves off, you know? You have to be a little bit careful. Alright. That just helps to adjust a little bit, like when you need it. Okay, I do need one more whip upgrade, please. Yeah, God, being able to attack diagonally will be so helpful to... Why did I fall for that? Why did I fall for that? I was like, ooh, a heart! It just happens to be on one of these spinny platforms. I just naturally avoided, like, all of them the first time. And this time, I'm just way worse. So this is probably still going to be a struggle in a variety of ways. But less of a struggle than before. Can you die? Oh my god. Medusa heads. I'll never not hate them. I will never not hate them. Iconic enemy, still hate them. Still hate them. Here you go. Just get whipped a bunch. Not falling for that. Not doing it. You can get it, I'm sure. I just don't wanna. Okay, make sure we... Simon, down the stairs. Thank you. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate you. Alright, I'm trying not to die again. Okay, there's my whip upgrade. Okay. Oh, okay, we're here. Alright. Ow. Wait, that's it? Oh, now I gotta defeat... Wait, is this just the dork from Ghosts and Goblins? No, you're too tall. But you look like you have a lance. Oh, God. Oh, my God, that was ridiculously easy. Wow, I should have beat that first try. I'm sorry. I let everyone down. Where's my bloody tears? I want my very bloody tears. Ooh, look at cute new map! Ah. Yeah, like, when I think of, like, platformers that I really love, you know, and once again, that is the reason I wanted to at least experience the Nintendo, version of Castlevania. At least a little bit. When I think of platformers that I really love, it really started with the Super Nintendo. Like, there's good platformers on the NES, but I feel like a lot of times the Super Nintendo entries just improved upon it in every way. And, you know, like, the other generation upgrades for other things, like going from, you know, the various Sega consoles, which I never really had a lot of as a kid, so don't ask me about the specifics of that. But, like, you know, how Sonic games got upgraded, although some people would say some of them are not upgrades. And, various things. But, yeah. It's just nice seeing the journey that a series took. And that's why I did not just want to focus on the Metroidvanias, or even one particular era or anything. I just want a nice little snapshot. Look at these little friends. Oh, they're just little spiky friends. Why did Dracula have to hire them? Also, I can't wait to play as my baby girl, Alucard. Absolutely love Alucard. Such a cutie. Can't wait to be Alucard. And I'll finally get to understand all of those references that so many games have where they give you the Alucard dash. The little back dash. Be great. Okay. Up here we go. I'm definitely missing stuff, like, constantly, but I think that's fine. I like the Leaf Monster. Leaf Monster is funny. Go away, you. Ah! Okay, am I gonna learn to hate that enemy? Oh my god. From below? Interesting. And now that I know time limit is a factor, we gotta schmoove. Huh! Okay, I panicked a little bit there. admittedly. This one definitely seems a lot easier than, okay, go away, you. This definitely seems a lot easier than, Castlevania 1, obviously. I mean, that's not hard to do. I can't believe that worked, honestly. Go away, cute little baddie. I'm sorry, I don't want to hurt you, but you're... You know, could you fly somewhere else, please? I know that's mean. I'm invading your space. Okay, a frog? Too? Why did Dracula employ all of these woodland creatures? Dracula's not Snow White. Like, why are frogs after me? Of all things. Okay, the frog is very scary, actually. Beware the frog. Continue. Oh no. Is this a password system? Okay, it just puts me at the beginning of the level. That's fine. That I can handle. That I can handle. For a second I was like, uh-oh, if we're dealing with a password system, we might have to look up some passwords. But as long as continue just puts me at this level, I'm good. Might not have to use save states in this one. It honestly just depends on how ridiculous it actually gets. But this all feels within the, like, realm of possible for me currently, whereas Castlevania, it hit a certain point where it was like, oh, this does not feel within the realm of possible for me. So, I'm totally fine with this one. Maybe I'll hit a point where... Okay, can you just stop for... maybe I'll hit a point where I'm like, nope, this is too much. For the sake of everyone's sanity, I will speed it up. But for right now, I think we're okay. I think we're fine. You know? This will also give me the opportunity, once I play more of these, to go back and get the Vampire Survivors Ode to Castlevania DLC. And I can play that as my I'm just hanging out, just want a vibe game. Which will be very nice. Come here, you. I also probably won't do giant episodes like I did for Castlevania 1. That one I was just like, this is going to be 1 or 2 parts, regardless of if I finish it or not. And what I could do, if people really did want to see, like, Simon's Quest or something too, and, like, you know, didn't want me to stream it or something, is, like, I'd be willing to do those, but they could not be full playthroughs. I sit down for, like, an hour and play Simon's Quest, and we see what we can accomplish kind of thing. Which those kinds of videos usually do better on YouTube anyway. It's just I don't normally do them because I want to do full playthroughs of things. But in instances like this, where it's like, oh, getting through the entire series in a timely manner would be a lot, just getting to experience a little bit of each one could be good too. Obviously, I don't think that would work for the Metroidvania ones because they're much too long. So having like an hour of the different Metroidvania ones just, you know, that doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel like I get a good enough snapshot of the game. Oh, wait, you. This is some funky music. It almost sounds like something I would hear in like a jungle level in something else. Like, it weirdly sounds like Donkey Kong music. I think it's because of the drums. It clearly has like some drums going on in the thing there, and that makes me think Donkey Kong Country. Also probably because we're on the SNES, and Donkey Kong Country, in my eyes, is like peak platforming content for the Super Nintendo. Even though I haven't really played them, well, I played them a lot when I was a kid, and I played Donkey Kong Country 1 with my wife, and I've watched tons of playthroughs of 2 and 3. Never actually played 2 myself. Played a bunch of 3 though. I weirdly liked 3 because it was like more open and you kind of explored, so it felt more like an RPG to me, I guess, my young brain. And I loved RPGs. Is that a jump I can... Oh, I see. I land on this part? Yeah, okay. I was reading that background wrong. Go away. It's also nice because, since I've been getting into pixel art and stuff, it's nice to see different eras of pixel art. So seeing, like, the Castlevania era 8-bit pixel art, and now getting to see this, you know, how it's been upgraded. And it gives me a lot of ideas for my own art, like, visually how to portray characters from certain angles and stuff, because portrayal and perspective is definitely something that, as a completely new artist that is effectively self-trained, that's one of the things hardest for me to learn, is how to portray things. Okay, thank you for not having, like, nipples, Medusa, or otherwise I would probably have to block you on YouTube. But I think as long as they are just round boobs with no nipples, I think we're good. I don't think YouTube will care. So I think we're good there. I don't think I'm gonna get banned for inappropriate content because there's people ogling nippleless Medusa. Which, good. YouTube is very weird with that stuff anyway. Like, they kind of don't care if it's like, you know, pixelated stuff or like even low poly stuff. If it's 3D or something, they care. Because Blasphemous, I remember, had some of the most disturbing shit, like, ever in a game that I played. Can you die? Thank you. Like, that Blasphemous 2 specifically had some really weird stuff in it. This might actually be a hard fight, because I'm getting the shit knocked out of me and I have no health. At least that's not instant death. Yeah, the frog, that's the way to handle the frog, I think. But I forgot where my brain was going with that. I completely forgot the train of thought. If you were interested in that conversation, I'm sorry, it's gone. Ah, food. Okay, that's good, that's good. Now I feel confident. And we have the cross. And we have the cross. Come here, bird. Yeah, there's so many enemies I can see in you know, like all these, well, all of these Castlevania games. I've only played like 2 so far. The Castlevania games that I have played that are like directly in Mina in some fashion. There's the birds. There's obviously like bats and stuff as well. Of course, actually, were there bats in Mina? I think it was mostly just the birds. But there was another enemy type in Mina that I was like, oh, that's a very Castlevania. I don't quite remember what it was, but it was in my head at one point. Uh-oh. And this just reminds me of the, I think it's called Army in Donkey Kong Country. Okay, well, dagger will help this greatly, I think. Whoop. Ow. Oh my god, stop humping me, please. Ah, okay, okay, wow, okay. Medusa doesn't mess around. Noted. I want to finish this level and then we'll probably end the video off. But clearly we need to do a little bit better job of getting over there. I kind of got a little bit screwed there just by getting in a bad spot. No, 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 baddie. Knowing the better way of dealing with that frog will definitely help, because it just... I've talked about it before. I'm really bad at dealing with frog enemies in games. I don't know why. They have a very specific pattern. They jump, they hop. But there's something about it that, like, my brain has a hard time wrapping around, like, when the opportune time to hit them and stuff is. I don't know why. And I'm guessing other people struggle with that as well, because if they didn't, then why do they keep showing up in games as an enemy? But, like, as hoppy enemies like that, I'm just really bad at dealing with them. Though any enemy that just, like, hops on a pattern in a very specific way, it's like, yeah, my brain can't. It's the same reason I've always notoriously been bad at dealing with shockwaves in games, like bosses that have, like, a shockwave attack. Been terrible at dealing with those. Frogs are the same way. If there's a boss fight, think like King K. Rool and stuff, how there's a phase for King K. Rool, at least in, like, you know, Donkey Kong Country 1, where King K. Rool just kind of jumps and you have to kind of time and run under him while he's jumping. I'm terrible at that. Absolutely awful at that. People that have seen me play a bunch of Metroidvanias can probably confirm. Really terrible at that particular mechanic. I can parry, I can do a bunch of things. Shockwaves and that always screw me up. Okay. We're gonna play a little bit more defensive this time. Okay, that was not good. Oh. Gotcha, yeah, see, that was how it was supposed to look. I kind of got too close to you before. I was trying to use the whip too much when I should just be throw dagger. You know? That's what we gotta do. Okay, and that's a level complete, I think. So I think we will end there. And we'll be back to this next time. So, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.